Hey guys, it's Bre'Aunna here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually going to be doing something a little bit different. Today is a sit down. I have done sit downs before, but I haven't done one like this. I promised y'all and voiced to myself and out in the open that I was going to incorporate mental health more into my YouTube videos. Y'all know how it goes. In my hands I have my diary slash journal, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm going to read two journal entries. On Tuesday, I logged out of all my socials and now Layla is handling my streaks. Not having Snapchat and Instagram is probably the best thing that has been verbally taken away. Currently, I'm in the process of conducting a music video for Walk the Line. I want it to be perfect but represent me in a way that is current to my life events. Focusing up is never a problem. Thank God I have a job for equipment. My music is solid. Life is great. I'm at a place where I can finally not be afraid. So I wrote that entry when I was in high school. It was my senior year, so I was really going through it. I had a lot going on with my kidney stones and just a lot of other different things, and for me, I was logging in and out of Snapchat and my Instagram a lot. I believe I was logged out of Snapchat for maybe like 3 weeks, I think, and it helped me just really refocus, just because I was in a mind state where Snapchat was such a distraction to me, and it was really affecting me mentally because I was focused on things like boys and just getting messages, and I wasn't focused on things that really mattered to me, like my homework and actually like getting things done that actually mattered and really were going into my future. I was focused on it when I was in school and I did my homework and everything, but I wasn't like all in, like I wasn't purified about it. It was just kind of like a whatever. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I could probably just copy off of somebody, or I can get a pass by from a teacher. It was just like I wasn't all in, and it was just really all in all just not good for me internally. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it was very hard for me to not be on social media because I was doing it constantly, and as teenagers, especially between the ages of 16 to 18, just those couple of years within that gap is really where you start to grow into your own, but also where you get caught up with cliques, and just the whole version of high school is it can be very intimidating. I was struggling so much that my mom, she actually put me into counseling, and lucky me, I just recently graduated from counseling. My counselor wrote me a letter, and if I ever feel the need to go back to her and just talk things out and get weekly appointments, I definitely will. But I was with my counselor. Her name is Allison. I was seeing her a couple of times a week when I first started out, and I was with her for about 3 years, almost 3 years. So I started seeing her in the beginning of summer, ending towards my junior year. So yeah, about 3 years. And it was a really hard time for me then, because that's when I just started dealing with kidney stones, and I was having a lot of health issues, which was affecting me mentally, because I couldn't do all the same things I was able to do because I was in so much pain and just chronically, and my mind just really wasn't there mentally. And so I was just really not in the best mood a lot of the time. I was just not into doing what I would usually do. I didn't want to stay after school. I immediately just wanted to go home. I just was in a really bad place my senior year for a very, very long time. There are definitely steps that you have to take, and there are things that I had to do personally, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share those few steps with you guys that it took me to get to where I am right now today. So the very, very first thing, and number one, that I would absolutely say helped me make my change in my own life is being the change I want to see in the world, and starting with myself. So basically getting myself together before I go out and take control of other things, or I feel like things that need to be controlled around me, is really figuring out what I want to see in my life, or the changes and the things that I really want to be intuitive into my everyday lifestyle, in terms of who I'm talking to and what I'm doing, and really just my actions, and physical and emotional, and just what I say in general. it's very hard to not be prideful and really step aside and say, hey, I made a mistake, and actually apologizing for it. I learned to do that, but it wasn't easy for me, just because I'm a very expressive person, but when I know that I've done something wrong, or um, somebody's corrected me and I know that I'm wrong and I'm not in the right place, it's kind of hard for me to really accept it and say, okay, yeah, I messed up, or, yeah, you're right. So that was very hard for me, and it is possible to get it done, though. It's just taking the small steps, guys, is what really got me through it, is just taking small steps and really being intuitive with what you have going on. So I'm currently writing a novel, and I have been writing consistently for about 3 months now. I write for at least 40 minutes a day, 30 to 40 minutes a day. And I'm writing a mental health slash bibliography type of book. There's going to be facts, but it's mostly my story and everything that I went through high school, because high school is really when I started to have anxiety and depression, and my mental health was just really at its peak. So I'm really just collecting everything that's happened to me, and I am enforcing it into a verbal writing form, and I plan on getting it published and getting it out, so those who are really struggling, or those who are just really unsure, can read it and get some type of idea on what mental health is and what's going on. And also, if they haven't had an experience yet, they can kind of get an idea of what happens, or steps that you can take to really calm things down, especially within the mind. Step number 2, stepping away from your temptations. It is most definitely the hardest thing ever to step away from your temptations, because a lot of the time we are tempted to do things, and also, if it's like a routine thing, if we do it routinely, it's going to be even harder to just automatically stop doing it. We can't automatically cut it cold turkey. We can't just stop doing things automatically. If it is connected into routinely, we just can't. It's not something our bodies or our minds are tuned to do. If you do it regularly, your body's just so used to doing it, and if you just stop doing it automatically, your mind's just like, hey, what happened? Or I need to be doing this right now. Senior year is when I struggled the most with social media. Log out, take it off your phone, undownload it. Log out of Snapchat, log out of Facebook, log out of Instagram, log out of Twitter, log out of whatever social media you are using. Log out of dating sites, guys. Dating sites for me was something my senior year that I was on all the time. Like, I was on Tinder, what else was I on? I was on a couple other sites where you could, not even all of them were dating sites, but just sites where I could meet new people. But those were such a huge distraction for me, because I was so focused on, oh, did they message me back? Oh, did I match with this person? Just things that did not matter. Huge distractions and temptations in my life. It's very hard to get off track when you tell somebody your plan. That way, if they see you not doing it, or you're not doing it the right way, or something's just not correct in that area, they can really get on your booty. Like, they will be on you and be like, hey, you're not supposed to be doing this, or hey, you didn't do this today, or hey, I haven't heard from you in a couple days. How have you been? Are you still doing this? And really just keeping you in tune with what you already promised yourself. Because you can make as many plans, you can make as many goals as you want, but you are never going to accomplish them if you're not keeping yourself accountable. I can easily say, I'm going to write a book within a year. A year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years will pass by, because I'm going to keep on changing my deadlines and keep on changing my mind on things. And of course I'm going to change my mind, but I want to have deadlines, and I want them to be specific. In order to reach a goal, you need to have steps that you're going to take, and you need to have deadlines. Deadlines are very, very important in terms of reaching your goals, because it is so easy to tell yourself you're going to do something, but you can also in the same way change it just as easy. But if you tell somebody, and if somebody else is keeping you accountable, it could be your mom, it could be a family member, it could be your cousin, it could be your best friend, it can be your little brother. It can be anybody, literally, just anybody but you, because if you tell them, they are going to get on you, and make sure they're also a reliable person, and they're going to be on you, but in a most encouraging way. Hey, if you really need to take a break off of something, or you really just need to stop talking to somebody, find a way to stop doing it. In the long run, this sounds like so much that I'm asking of you guys, but these are literally the steps that I took in order for me to get to where I am today, for me to be more confident about myself, in order for me to go out and make goals for myself and actually achieve the goals, and to push myself further, and to be doing things back what I love to do. I am writing again. I am reading again. I am going out and helping others in my community again. I am involved with my church. Just so many different things that I used to do all the time, and they just kind of stopped mid high school years because of my depression and anxiety, and just all this other social and mental health, and just all of my sicknesses going on. It really just stopped because I could not handle it internally. For you guys, it is absolutely possible. I believe in every single one of you guys, every single one of you. And when this book comes out, I pray that you guys read it, and that you get something out of it, and that it really touches you in a way that you haven't been touched before. Internally and really deep in your soul. I just pray that it speaks to you. And my hope and my dream, not only for my book that I'm writing, but for those of you that are really just struggling in life, I'm really hoping that you go forth and you take the extra steps in life that it's going to take, and you make goals for yourself, and you find an accountability partner, and you surround yourself with people that make you happy, and people who are not only supporting you, but people who are pushing you past your limits. Because your parents and your siblings and your big cousins and whoever, your coaches, they're going to push you past your limit. They're absolutely going to get on your nerves, and you're going to dislike them for a very long time. But they do these things. They're hard on you because they believe in you, and they love you so much that they want to see you succeed, and they want to see you reach your goals. So I absolutely would say, suck it the freak up and take it. Take it all in and work hard. Go the extra mile. Do that extra 30 minutes. Read those extra couple chapters, y'all. Take extra time to do what you gotta do to reach your goals. I am not fully recovered from everything that's happened in my past in terms of my mental health, but I am a better person than I was yesterday. I'm a better person than I was 5 months ago. I'm a better person than I was a year ago, guys. And that's because I pushed myself, and because I also had people that pushed me, but also because I went to counseling and I had somebody to talk to. You don't even have to go to counseling, but talk to somebody. If you need to talk to somebody, go out and do it. I seriously want to encourage you guys, because it's so ugly to keep things in, especially if you were in pain internally. Nothing hurts more than to internally really just be hurting over something. Like, nothing hurts more than that. And I absolutely know the feeling, and it's very hard to come out and be straightforward about your feelings. You don't even have to be straightforward. Maybe just start out with a hug, or maybe with small steps, and eventually just broaden it up, and it'll become bigger and bigger and bigger, and you will absolutely start to see change. And honestly, I'm praying for my community. I'm praying for all my viewers. I'm praying for my subscribers. I'm praying for my followers. I'm praying for my family, my friends, my church peeps, that there is change inside of you guys. You just haven't tapped into your potential yet, and you just need a little nudge. You just need a little push. But I absolutely am confident, and I am hopeful, and I have faith that you are going to absolutely get there. So much for watching this YouTube video. That's all I have for y'all today. But I hope y'all are having an amazing day, and I hope this video made sense, and that congratulations if you made it all the way through, because I know it was kind of long. Anywho, I will see y'all next time.